The following program is hosted by immature, irreverent, obnoxious, and often disgusting young men. Listener discretion is advised.
So I'm not recording. I guess our levels are good. I didn't even think to check.
Shall we play a game?
You've got several things to do. You've got work, kids in school. What do you do when it's all over?
How do you hand something from one player to another?
Dark soul light. Turn on the TV, pick up the controller and play some games with the new clan.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Nude Clan, the video game podcast that reviews video game movies that defy reviewing because they are not memorable enough to be remembered. I am A4.
I'm Joe.
Caleb.
I'm Zach.
And today, we will be reviewing the cinematic masterpiece known as Hitman Agent 47, the soft reboot, sequel, prequel, who knows, to the 2007 Hitman movie, because it's written by the same guy, but it is in no way connected whatsoever other than the fact that it's based on the Hitman franchise by IO Interactive. But anyway.
So, I mean, maybe it's just like another game that doesn't like connect in any way. Like, it's just there, and Timothy Oliphant said, "I'm not coming back," and they just.
I've never played the Hitman games, but I'm fairly certain they have a like connected storyline of some form or fashion.
Yeah, maybe.
Who can say?
Yeah, maybe.
There's probably like one person in our audience who's played them all and really loves them and is yelling at the fucking iPod or whatever the fuck they use.
These guys don't even fucking know.
Is there a difference between the Hitman games and the Max Payne games? Are they the same games?
No, yeah, they're way different.
They're both shooters. They have black and white covers.
No. Hitman
They came out at the same time.
Hitman's not a shooter. It's about stealth. It's about infiltration. You put on costumes to sort of infiltrate wherever you're going to assassinate your given target. And it's all about like improvisational. I believe the game journalists would call it emergent gameplay, where you sort of just like improvise what you're doing on the fly. Whereas like Max Payne's just a third person shooter with bullet time, heavily inspired by like neo-noir aesthetics.
I would be pretty mad if I bought a game with a dude with guns on the cover and it wasn't a shooter when I started playing it.
Yeah, that's probably why the series.
Well, Joe,
like,
you don't judge a book by its cover.
No, the people like Joe are probably the reason why the Hitman series isn't like as big as it probably could be. Although a lot of people really do seem to like those new, like the new trilogy of Hitman games that have come out over the past like 10 years or so.
Did they do the same thing to them they did with like the Tomb Raider like trilogy, where they just like revamped them and then they?
I don't know. All I know is that like when they made the new Hitman in like I want to say 2016, I think I looked up right before we started this. They made it like a live service game where like there were certain targets you could only do in like a certain real world time window, and then like they were gone forever. They might have like added those back in now. I think it's all collected under like Hitman 3 on Steam and PS5 and whatever the fuck it's on. And you just maybe download like the missions, but as far as I can tell, it's just sort of like the same like stealth-based, get in, assassinate the guy, get out without being noticed, or like giving away your position or your mission kind of gameplay that the older Hitman games were.
Yeah, I've seen Craig play a little bit of one of them. It seemed kind of cool. There's like a bunch of ways you can kill the people and shit.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Make it look like an accident.
That's what I mean when I talk about like the emergent gameplay or like the improvisational nature of them. Is just sort of like there's not one singular way you can kill your target. You can do it in like multiple ways. Some of them are very straightforward. Some of them are very silly. I remember watching Giant Bomb playing one of them, and one of the guys picked up a circumcision knife as one of the items in the game world, and he threw it at a guy and killed him with it, which is in and of itself hilarious. So yeah, that's it's not like Max Payne is very like story driven and linear. Hitman's kind of like open ended, sort of just like, here's an environment and here's a guy you have to kill. Figure out how you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Well, here's the part of the episode where we talk about what we've been playing.
Yes.
A4, what have you been playing?
I have been playing Grandia 2, if you can believe it.
What?
I know,
can't.
right? Playing the game that I'm supposed to fucking finish. I know, it's nuts. And I only started playing more of it because I saw on the Steam achievements that Jake is already farther than me. So now I'm playing catch up, and I was already like 12 hours into the game, and he's already passed me. So
Nice.
that's great. But he knows that game inside and out. But I did put a bunch of time into that. I'm probably about at the 75% mark at this point based on some of the walkthroughs I've seen, so shouldn't take me much longer. I definitely put a lot of time in this past weekend when I was free over Thanksgiving weekend. When I wasn't wasting time trying to play through some of the mercenaries in Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4, not the remake that just came out. Or I was also playing quite a fair bit of Super Mario RPG for the Switch, because that remake just came out over the past month, and that is a really, really great, like, accurate, faithful remake of that game. Because I love the shit out of Mario RPG on the Super Nintendo, and they nailed it. Like, there's very, very minor changes here and there to, like, translating and whatnot, but, like, they definitely tried to nail the feel of, like, what if we just took this SNES game and made the graphics better and the animation a little bit better? Like, I know Joe and Schweiss will know what I'm talking about when I say Square games on the Super Nintendo have, like, a very specific kind of sound profile to them. I can't really describe it, but, like, when you hear the sound effects in a SNES Squaresoft game, you, like, know you're playing a Squaresoft game. And this replicates that so well, where it's just like, oh, these little jingles, these little sound effects. I'm like, I'm a kid again. It's perfect. It's this weird feeling where it's like, imagine you have like a really comfy, warm, nostalgic blanket, and someone buys you like a brand new version of the exact same blanket, and it's like comfy and warm and nostalgic, but there's something alien about how, like, this is the same thing, but it's just newer and not as tattered and not as worn down. So that's kind of what Mario RPG on the Switch is, but I'm loving it. It's a very fun, very simple little RPG.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. That's what I say to that.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys are going to play Mario RPG because it's...
No. Why do people keep on saying that?
So-
it's like, oh, why don't we play every Square game on the SNES and the PS1? That's what my people might as well be asking us to do.
There is a secret boss that is Final Fantasy themed.
But it's not actually Final Fantasy. I've looked. There's a boss that's like kind
correct.
of Cecil, but it's not Cecil.
You're correct. So yeah, you don't have to play it, but it is a good game. I would recommend it for whenever you want to play a video game in the 2030s or whenever you decide to pick up a game controller again after this show's over. Yeah. Grandia 2, a little bit of the Mercenaries, Resident Evil 4 original, Mario RPG. I also bought Sonic Frontiers on the Steam sale, and that game is interesting because it's just what if Breath of the Wild but Sonic, which probably shouldn't work. But
Why?
No, I mean, it's not bad. Like, I like it. It's just, it's very different from like a Sonic game. Like, it's a lot of the going around doing open world shit, and there's these tiny little like mini challenges sprinkled throughout with like different springs and rails, and it's hard to describe, but I'm like barely into it yet, so I don't know. But Sonic Frontiers is interesting. So yeah.
Is that it?
That's
More or less, yeah. That's
It's bad, yeah.
I'm surprised. It's usually like, even when we're just doing it week by week, it's usually like 18 games long. It's like, well, I didn't play Grandia this week, but I did play 12,000 other games.
I've been popping into like little tiny things here and there, but like nothing really sticks out more than what I just mentioned. So
Okay.
yeah.
Zach, what have you been playing?
Playing a little indie game known as Knights of the Old Republic, and you know, playing that.
based
How's
on
that
a
going
based on a
for
film
you?
franchise that's like kind of not well known.
I mean, I don't want to.
Republic
I
Wars.
don't want to review it now.
Oh, okay.
But I will tell you what I'm feeling right now. It's okay. It's the best Star Wars game of all time. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. You're a liar.
It's not Battlefront 2.
Exactly.
The
But you've like
original.
tricked yourself. You're like as a kid, like
Sorry, it's not.
I don't know.
It's not Battlefront 2.
I've been messaging
brackets 2005.
2005.
Yes.
I've been messaging Schweiss the last few days, and I feel constantly underleveled in that game. Like, to the point where, like, the bosses and stuff are just, like, kind of bullshit. And I don't understand why when I kill everything and I do all of the side missions for XP. Like, if you're doing everything you possibly can, you should at least be on par with these bosses.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be underleveled to where I'm like, oh, cool, I've died twice, and I'm gonna break my Switch because I am so fucking done with this right now. I don't know.
It's gonna make its last sound as you snap it in half.
Did you at least
Did you guys know that the Switch, the little clicky Switch sound, it actually makes that when you break it over your knee too? It's really ingenious.
Did you at least get the robot who hates meat bags?
I have all the characters now. I've gotten every character.
Okay.
I didn't buy the robot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Bro, he's awesome.
Yes.
So, like, okay, so, like, when I went, you go to, like, you have to have him to, like, do a peaceful solution for the Tusken Raiders, who are fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
And,
the game was glitchy, and there was no peace. I mean, maybe it's because I didn't bring the robot.
You have to. No, you have to bring the
okay.
robot, because he's the only one that can speak the Tusken Raider. And it's funny, because, like, you take him with you, and he's like, he's just so mad. Like, when I went for the peaceful option, because I didn't want to fight them all, because the Tusken Raiders were fucking me up. And I'm like, I'm not fighting a whole fucking reservation of Tusken Raiders. Like, I'm not doing that.
Well, there's your under-leveling problem.
I mean, okay, like those 5 in there, but I fought everything else. But your robot, like HK, I think it's HK-47 or something like that, he's just pissed. He's like, I guess we can go for the peaceful option, but why can't we just kill him? And you're like, you're fair. You're right. So I let him kill a shit ton on Kashyyyk.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The thing I am kind of mad about, like, one thing that I'm kind of bugged about is there's that dude that when you go into find, like, the Wookiee, like, their home, like, village, and the dude that sits at the door is, like, just talks shit to you the whole time, or he's like, I don't take that shit from you. Oh, I'll kill you right now. And he's, like, acts like a total dick. Like, I wanted to kill him when I came back, and I couldn't. He's gone. Like,
You couldn't just, like, Commander Shepard him where you just punch him mid-fucking sentence?
dick, no.
I thought you were going to say the thing that pisses you off about this game is there's no Wookiee sex scene.
Yeah, that sucked, too. I wanted to see the Red Rockets, honestly, but...
Yeah, on the girl?
You know? Yeah, all wrong. It's like Wookiees are like hyenas. They all have dicks.
Oh man, that's fun. Oh man, I got a lot of porn I gotta delete.
Got the red
I
rock.
also gotta
tits,
Google
too.
hyenas. What the fuck?
No.
Yeah, Google hyena female penis. To be more exact, pseudo penis.
Well, now that we're talking about animal penises, did you know the echidna has a 4-headed penis?
Oh, Knuckles is.
So Knuckles is packing. Rouge does not know what she's fucking with. Anyway,
But yeah, like I'm enjoying the game. I just would like to feel accomplished in that game.
This sounds almost like my review of Grandia, where it's just like, I like it, I'm enjoying it, but I mean, there's other stuff I could be playing right now.
I feel like Knights of the Old Republic is like my abusive like ex right now. Like, so I'm just like, I mean, it only hits me sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, only when I fuck up. Like,
You
it's
have
my
Stockholm
fault.
syndrome.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like, you know, it's only when I like,
but like it's Star Wars.
it's only
so
when
really
I
cool.
don't. It's only when I don't make sure like the dishes are washed after we cook. Like, that's the only time Knights of the Republic hits me. And even then, it wasn't that hard.
A bunch of Jawas fuck up your character, and you're like, I fell down the stairs.
Yeah.
But I'm afraid I'm gonna have the same kind of time with, but on a bigger scale, with Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne.
Oh, you started
because I've heard horrendous things about that, and not like
About
bad
it being
things.
impossible.
Yeah, dude. Like, and I'm afraid I'm gonna be on this podcast being like, I still love her. But she only hit me. I feel like I'm just gonna end up. It's gonna be the same thing where I'm like, it's all right. I'm not completely hating my. Like, I'm not like super like, yeah, hell yeah, I'm gonna jump into this game. I'm like, but I'm not like, upset about it.
Yeah.
See,
I plowed. So
this is annoying me.
It's like I took her home and she has like a micro penis. It's not like a dick. It's just a little guy. And
She has a very large clit.
Yeah, it's like I can. Yeah, it's like I can work with that.
I mean, I'd be kind of mad if there was like a micro penis and no vagina.
There's 3 holes for a reason, buddy.
Like, I mean, I'd understand if you just got a mega clit, but I mean, if I took you home to have sex with you and you had a micro penis, I'd be mad. I'm gonna be honest, I'd be mad. Like, I'd be pretty upset.
On the next episode of Nude Clan, Twice dates a trans woman.
Like, you're still sucking my dick too, just so you know.
Yeah, the episode's name should be like, she has a micro penis ? Like, that's what the episode's name is.
Like the Dragon Ball.
Girlfriend has a micro penis.
Yeah.
My girlfriend has a micro penis and no vagina. What should I do?
Do you like the Reddit thing with the r/?
Am I the asshole? My girlfriend doesn't have a vagina, but she has a micro penis. I thought otherwise. No, it pisses me off that like there was that X-Play sketch that I got the sound clip from on my soundboard that says Kingdom Hearts 2 has screwed us again, because it was about Kingdom Hearts 2 going up against Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne and like the voting thing, and now I'm wishing I had a sound clip of them saying Shin Megami Tensei 3 has screwed us again, because I feel like that's going to be our experience when we start playing that fucking thing.
Yeah, dude, I'm not looking forward to it because I don't know if as a gamer, if I have the skills to beat that game.
It's a turn-based RPG. How hard could it possibly be? Save that clip for like 6 months from now when I'm having trouble beating.
I want the next like scene to be you crying. Like, I want like 2 black eyes and a fat lip, and you're just crying.
Cut to me in like January when I'm having trouble beating like the Matador or whatever the fuck boss.
Yeah, the hardest boss, like one of the hardest bosses in video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you to be like the Peter from Family Guy. Like, how hard can it be? You just gotta sit there with your arm like advanced at like a wrong angle.
Yeah, I'm fucking dead. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, so I've been playing Knights of the Republic. Also been playing Spider-Man 2 on PlayStation 5.
So
it's fun, actually. It's pretty fun.
Our mutual friend Ether, Zach, has been watching.
Why does he watch video games like a loser?
Because no one has a PS5, and he's been remarking at how much not Spider-Man shit has been going on in that game. There's like a whole chapter, I guess, where you're Peter going on a date with Mary Jane and her overactive thyroid at like Coney Island.
And Harry, yeah.
And there's another chapter he found out about today where you play as like a deaf black girl who's like partially colorblind.
Play as her too?
Apparently.
How is she not dead?
I don't know. She's in a Spider-Man.
Doesn't she also like? Is that the one where she's like spray painting stuff?
Yeah, she like removes graffiti or something.
Oh, okay. I feel like there should be a scene where like the police are like, trying to get her and she's not responding, and so she just gets taken out.
Fuck.
If you don't want us to shoot you, say something right now.
Yeah.
You also play as Mary Jane again, and like that was fun in the first game.
No, it wasn't.
The second game, it was fine because it was one time, May 4.
It was like 7 times. I played it recently.
It's like a weird like stealth thing for some reason.
Yeah, it's like stealth, but if it wasn't fun, and the whole time you're like, boy, I wish I was playing a Spider-Man game right now.
Stealth kind of isn't fun most of the time.
It was fine.
Well, like stealth in a non-stealth game, I'm always annoyed. It's never.
Yeah, I wish this game was about like a Spider-Man of some sort that didn't have to do this bullshit.
Yeah, it was Spider-Man and not a deaf black woman. I didn't realize Spider-Man 2, I was going to have to play as a deaf black woman, correcting all of CJ's spray paint from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Do you at any point in this game play as Venom? Because it seems like you're supposed to.
No, because I think Venom's like the villain, one of the villains. I do have the symbiote suit though, and it's fucking awesome because like you press like you like get this meter up, so like you have like combos you can do, but like when you press like R3 and L3 and your combo gets up, it like starts taking over you, and the controller starts like roaring and like whispering back to you because it's like the symbiote taking over your mind, and it's you like beating the shit out of guys, and like Peter's a fucking dick. When he gets that, he's like Tobey Maguire when he gets the suit in that Spider-Man 3 and he's just an asshole to everyone.
Wait, hold on
awesome.
a second. Are you coming to the grand revelation that maybe the symbiote suit might be evil and not good?
My favorite part though so far is like you're fighting the lizard and you're like trying to like talk to him about being like, hey, like the whole time up to like finding him, like you have the suit and you're just like. He's like, damn Craven for like turning him into lizard again. This guy's an asshole. We got to get him back for his family. And then you fight him, and you're like, you know what? Because he like Lizard doesn't want to be caught, obviously. And you're like fighting him, and Peter Parker just switches. Like, you know what? That's why your family fucking left you. Like essentially, and it's just the biggest dick. It's awesome. But the symbiote suit's sick because you get some like cool like powers and shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
So it gets really fun that way. But like
for some reason, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Continue. You're fine. What's up?
I was gonna say for some reason that reminded me of there's in Comrades a miserable Final Fantasy 15 little spin-off game. There's a fucking level where you fight. I think you have to fight all your friends at some point, but it's like Ignis. And you fight him, and he has the ring of, like, unmaking, and he fucking uses that shit on you. And if you don't take him out in time, you'll, like, just die. And I'm like, damn, bro, I thought we were just having a little fucking friendly spar, and you're over here fucking unmaking me. Like, I'm turning into Stick Man and just disintegrating. Like, you don't come back from that shit, bro. Can't fucking do that. Like...
So we're friends.
I'm sure Spider-Man 2 is good because it's made by Insomniac, which is a game studio. But unfortunately, from what I've seen from outside stimuli, it seems that Insomniac is being infected by the Naughty Dog disease, where they have to put a bunch of like bullshit that isn't a video game in the video game to make you go, oh, other people exist. And I'm like, that's great. That's cool and everything. But like, maybe not in Spider-Man.
I've done a lot of Spider-Man stuff, so like I don't. It's not
Name
like
one
that
thing.
much.
Name one wall you've climbed.
Me like 1,000. They made Black Cat gay in this.
Yeah, I heard about that. I also heard about that.
Because you say her for her girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's been fun. I mean, like, swinging through the city in those games is so fucking good, dude. Like, it's so nice. Like, it's so just good.
What you were talking about too with the DualSense, like with the symbiote suit. Rumbling and like talking to you, it pisses me off because I watched a video of someone playing the Astro's Playroom game that comes preloaded on the PS5 earlier, like these past few weeks, and it makes me mad because Sony shut that studio down. And I really liked the Astro's Rescue game for PlayStation VR and the PS4, and it looks like the PS5 game is really fucking cool, but Sony was just like, sorry. You made a video game. We got to shut you down. You got to make movies from here on out. And I'm just like, you had your Mario. Like you literally had your Mario, and you fucking threw it out with the bathwater.
No, their Mario is Kratos, bro.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Yeah. You already know my feelings on that. So.
I mean, his T levels are lowering with age. So, like, it makes sense that he's more of a pussy now than he was.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, Joe Rogan takes tea, so Kratos should probably take tea. Because, I mean, you can't be crying.
No, Joe Rogan takes DMT.
Still has tea in it, bro.
Yeah.
Fair.
It seems like game-wise, though, like... where PlayStation is doing things like that and closing studios. Xbox is buying studios. hopefully cranking out more games, which
Yeah.
means am I gonna have to buy an Xbox?
Like,
If they're smart, then yeah, because they should make the new Elder Scrolls game.
but I'm also not happy that like one major company like Microsoft is buying out all these like major.
I mean, it's
studios like
it's the
Bethesda.
Disney effect. Microsoft is Disney. Like, they're just gonna but they're acquiring things. They're gonna have the monopoly, and then they're gonna fuck it.
But it's like, I
They're
wish
gonna
Sony would do
ruin
the
it.
same thing. Like, I really don't have any love for Sony these days, but like, I wish they would like try to match Microsoft at least a little bit. Like, I don't want it to just be those two companies and Nintendo's over here making actual video games, but like,
if we're living in a world after the console wars.
yeah, true.
I mean, there's no console wars anymore. We lived in a time where men were men, and we fucking went to war, and we fought for our console.
And my girlfriend didn't have a micro penis and no vagina.
That's the main difference.
And,
And now I just don't know anymore.
I feel like
My girlfriend touched an
feel like the
N64
problem-
controller and she grew a third prong out of the middle of her vagina, and everything's been downhill since then.
I just feel like the console wars didn't even have an actual ending. Everyone just kind of stopped.
Well, no, it's because
There was
like
no-
now all the
There
consoles are
was
just
no
like
Duke. There was
Everyone-
no
Everyone
Goodbye
just
Japan.
decided
There was no punji sticks. We just stopped.
the actual
stopped.
answer is just that like now everyone's just making like custom built PCs in the shells of consoles. That's what the PS5 and the Xbox One Series X are, and Nintendo's just kind
Yeah.
of doing their own thing. But like whatever.
Yeah, Nintendo. I mean, I've got my gripes. Obviously, like they can't make a controller to save their lives. But they do make video games. That is true.
Pro controller.
Fuck. Shut up.
I may or may
I
not
have
have. I may or may not have bought like an SNES styled controller for my Switch just to play Super Mario RPG and have it feel authentic. So there's that.
Yeah.
Just make you feel autistic or authentic?
Both. Also, because
He already knows how to feel autistic.
Well, 'cause- yeah, I live it. Because when I bought Mario RPG, Nintendo has like a thing where you buy like 2 game vouchers for $100, and then you get 2 games. So you're essentially saving like $20 off 2 games. So I pre-ordered Mario RPG before it was out, and then I also got Mario Wonder, which it's like a 2D Mario side scroller type game. So it's kind of like Mario World or whatever. So I might play that with the SNES controller. Mario Wonder is also pretty fun, by the way. Like, I'm only a few levels in, but I'm really loving it. You can turn into an elephant.
That's pretty cool.
Just the fucking dismissive, like, yeah, it's pretty cool. I guess.
Those are the 2 games I played right now. So
Nice.
All right.
Joe, what have you?
Yeah, Joe.
I have been playing. Shit, I don't know how many weeks it's been since we did this.
Let me pull up the little list.
Games beaten.
Yeah, I think I can lean forward and not vomit. So
Okay.
I think I can actually pull this off.
Because I will tell you all the games that I've played outside of maybe like 5 minutes of Conan Exiles. They've all been in the Kingdom Hearts series.
yeah, you poor kid.
Sorry. Truth Seek in the chat says this is a quarterly podcast, right?
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted to make sure that we actually had something to review before we recorded. So we
And
put
also,
it
Joe
off
wants
a
this
couple
to be
times.
an even 500 episodes by the time we're done. So
Yeah, we'll see. Schweiss, what was the last thing that was beaten? You
For
pulled it up.
you-
It didn't say.
For you, it looks like Recoded.
Okay. Well, in that case, then I have played Kingdom Hearts 358 days over 2.1796 complete.
carry the 7.
And I've also played Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance as well for a little bit. So yeah, that's it.
No, I have a question because Dream Drop Distance.
Oh, and Birth by Sleep. Excuse me. Another one, too. Forgot about that Birth by Sleep.
I have a question regarding Dream Drop Distance because Dream Drop Distance involves characters from my favorite game of all time. How fucking confused were you, Joe,
Sonic?
when you met Neku, the orange-haired kid in the purple in Traverse Town?
Yeah, they were just kind of weird side characters. I didn't know what the fuck they were.
They are from another Square game by the Kingdom Hearts team called The World Ends With You on the DS.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Also has a Switch port.
I mean, I've heard of other Square Enix characters being in these games.
Yes.
And I guess I wouldn't be able to recognize them. They're just
I didn't
weird
think you would.
looking people in the games.
So basically the team that made Chain of Memories, or like the developer, Jupiter, worked with Square or whatever the fuck to make a RPG for the DS called The World Ends With You, where you battle on both screens at the same time. And it takes place in modern Tokyo. It's really cool. And it got a Switch port, and it also got a sequel a couple years ago on the PS4 and Switch. But which is also something I never thought would happen because it was one of those like really obscure games. But that's the reason that I wanted to play Dream Drop Distance is because I'm like, oh, the characters from The World Ends With You are in it for some reason. That's like if Chrono Trigger characters just started showing up in Kingdom Hearts. Like, yeah, fuck it. Here you go. So, yeah, I have to imagine you were very confused by that.
I mean, I just thought they were just like just some weird side character. I didn't know if they were going to like delve into him any further than they did.
Of all of like the Tetsuya Nomura designed like characters from weird Square Enix side games, those guys are probably second to the characters from like the Bouncer that fit in the Kingdom Hearts universe aesthetically. So
Yeah.
there you go.
I don't even know who the fuck you're talking about, so it fit in enough for me.
Well, have you played any Dream Drop, Schweiss?
Oh, are you saying Dream Drop?
Yeah.
Or okay, I thought you were saying Birth by Sleep. I was like, I
know who you're talking about because when you're like, hey, well, how would you feel about those weird characters in Twilight Town? I knew who you were talking about. Like that's so yeah, they did stand out enough for that. Where if you go, what about when you met those characters? I know what you're talking about.
So there's for future. I guess for Schweiss, they're just from another Square game that you'll never play,
Nice.
but it's really good.
Yeah, so that's all I've been doing. Just tons of Kingdom Hearts. Just averaging 3 hours a day of Kingdom Hearts currently.
yeah.
That sounds horrible.
You know what they should do? I was thinking about this earlier. It's been a while since we made fun of Aloy. I think someone should make like a PC mod where like she just has like labored breathing the entire time you're playing the game, like loud.
I thought that was just in the game naturally, but I mean,
I don't know. I haven't played it.
dude, my wife bought the fucking PC port of Horizon 1, and like I've seen her play it maybe once. So I'm just saying.
Liked Horizon 1, but I just think it's weird that they intentionally made her look like shit for the second game.
Yeah,
like,
well, I mean,
and then I'm also like, who was super into her before? Because, I mean, I like redheads, and I was still like, meh, whatever.
it's the dreads.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, the dreads. Yeah, it's the fucking thyroid.
Yeah. Oh, no, I was gonna say,
Soda's got a thyroid problem.
No, you just reminded me because there was another character like recently where I was like, they took another character and made her like super ugly in the sequel, and I can't remember who, and it was fucking Mary Jane. But it's because there's a picture. There's literally a picture of like one of the Insomniac writers for Spider-Man 2, and she has like the same weird like, who's that politician from Texas? Ted Cruz. She has the same weird like Ted Cruz chin that Mary Jane has in Spider-Man 2.
That's a bad chin for a woman to have.
Well, yeah, but have you seen
Bad chin for anyone to have.
Have you seen pictures of Mary
that's why
Jane
he's got a. Yeah, that's
Spider-Man
why he's
2?
got the beard. Because you can't have that chin. Yeah, I have.
Yeah, she looks like Robbie Rotten from fucking Lazy Town.
Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I think I understand if you just want to make a character that looks like a normal person, but why change a character you already have?
They got women working on these games that don't like to feel inferior. That's all I'll say.
Well, just I mean, if you don't want to look like shit, then just don't look like shit, man. Like, fuck, I eat once every 3 days, motherfucker. Like. You could do that.
You know, Schweiss, don't look like shit sounds like a very patriarchal statement. And, they can't help if they look like shit, all right?
The great father.
Do you know how many calories are in McCafe? And they need one of those every hour, so...
Oh, man. Those give me a headache. They have so much sugar in them. Like, I bet now they would just kill me. I would just die.
Well, yeah, because you're like already on death's door because you drank half of the Metallica whiskey last night, but...
Yeah, I did blacken on the floor in the bathroom. I blackened out and
real quick before
Jesus Christ.
Before we get to what we beat, Cloud72483 in the chat says, who would win in the fight, Agent 47 or Snake from Metal Gear? And then Julico asked which Snake, and he said pick one. So I'm gonna say,
I mean, Big Boss did lose in a fight to Big Boss. I know that sounds stupid, but he becomes Big Boss, and then he lost to the chick version. So, like, I would say probably Agent 47. I don't know, though. I don't know.
I want to say Snake wins just based on the fact that, like, when it comes to their disguises, Agent 47 is always, like, a bald version of whatever, like, outfit he's wearing. But Naked Snake was able to turn into Raiden, like the gay version of Raiden, and infiltrate a Russian laboratory.
Yeah, and the only thing that gave him away is that he has a smaller package than, than Raiden.
Yes.
That's like one of the funniest things in a video game ever.
You're not the Colonel.
Grabs your crotch.
Just grabs it.
I know the Colonel better than anyone.
Which is a callback to the President grabbing Raiden's crotch in Metal Gear Solid 2, and he's like, wait, you're a man?
That was probably the best game we played this year, honestly, was Metal Gear Revengeance.
Oh, did we play that this year?
I don't know.
I think
it was
we
last
did.
year.
God damn, that was so many Kingdom Hearts. 358 over 2 days ago.
You now measure time exclusively in Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, I measure time and I refer to things in Kingdom Hearts titles. Hey, can I get Nicholas 2.5 up here?
Oh my God, there were like 3 Olympia.
HD
there
remix.
were 3 Olympus Coliseum tournaments in between now and when I played Revengeance.
Yeah, 3. I wish. It's like fucking 7.
And a half divided by 14.
That wasn't this year, was it? That would have been like early this year, like February.
I want to say it was like early this year, yeah.
It
Hold on, I'm
was.
looking.
It doesn't feel right.
Oh, God. Man.
You're now realizing that it's almost December. And this year has gone both incredibly quickly and way too long.
Yeah, I've been waiting for someone's out there's to beat their games.
What are you, fucking Toki from Metalocalypse? Or Squizgar?
I don't know what that is.
Are you fucking kidding me? You've never watched Metalocalypse?
I've watched like 2 episodes.
Oh man, it's great.
They were fun. And it seems like a show made for me, but I've never had the channel. I've never had like whatever
Do you have
it's streaming
HBO Max
on.
or like whatever? Because it's on there.
I don't, but
God, you're killing me.
I'm using someone elce's.
Well,
so maybe
watch
I could.
Metalocalypse. You probably love it.
All right, I'll watch it after I finish Curb Your Enthusiasm. Which I'm almost done with.
It's also a good show.
Anything else, Schweiss?
Did I go? Or was that just
I asked you, and then you just went off.
went off on fat shaming video game characters?
Yeah.
Look, it's not
I
Nude
mean-
Clan if we don't shame Aloy at least once a month. Come on.
Yeah,
And we only do one episode a month anymore, so we got to get it out of the way.
Gotta be every time.
Yeah.
It's like Joe's got his little checklist. What have we been playing? Games beaten. Fat jokes. Bitch about Nintendo. There's a couple others.
I miss our live.
Racism.
I miss our live alive jokes.
Racism has like a question mark on it because it's like we don't have to do it every time, but like for good measure.
I'm literally wearing a
would
shirt right now that
try.
says "I'm not racist anymore."
Yeah. I guess we better not then. Just cross that one out. But yeah, that's no. Okay, so last one I have on here is Chain of Memories. Phew. Somehow
I like how uttering Chain of Memories almost made you vomit again.
yeah, it is the worst one I think. But so since then I've played Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, or whatever the fuck. Kingdom Hearts Recoded.
What?
Kingdom
I'm
Hearts
sorry.
Birth by Sleep twice.
I'm sorry. I just pictured in that like very like cursive font Kingdom Hearts 358 days over 2, and then in smaller cursive font or whatever the fuck.
Dude, the Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, the font on the little DS cartridge, you can't even read it. I was having trouble because I'd ordered these games used on Amazon, and sometimes they don't come with cases. And so there was a moment where I was looking, I can't remember if it was Dream Drop Distance or what it was, but I was looking at the 2 DS cartridges, and I'm like, which fucking one is 358 over 2 days?
358 days over 2 is the red one. Dream Drop Distance is the pink one.
Yeah, basically, oh man, like I'd squint down. I'm like, okay, that looks like little numbers
You need
and
like
bullshit.
a jeweler's magnifying glass to read.
I might as well. And by the way, I have 20/20 vision. Like, I do have astigmatism, so there's a little bit of blurriness around the
DS
edges.
cartridges are always 20/20.
But it's so fucking.
looking
I
at
could
the
not
subtitles, it's a little
actually
bit fun.
see the goddamn thing.
It's like, God, is Nintendo like, what is this? Is this a fucking Game Boy Advance screen now? Like, fuck everything
What
they
is
make,
this,
you
a
just can't
cartridge
see.
for ants?
Yeah. That is true. They are. I mean, and the names being long don't make it any better either.
No.
I have not looked
fuck,
at the DS cartridge for the longest time of my copy of Final Fantasy Tactics A2 Grimoire of the Rift, but I imagine it's illegible.
Yeah.
Also, Truthseek asks, where do you get your shirts, A4? The dumpster. Anyway, this was a Cumtown shirt. I don't think they sell it anymore, but, you know.
Nice. So
I
I
will
basically.
filter,
Oh, I guess I did play a little. In by a little, I mean 4 out of 5 levels of Resident Evil Outbreak. But that was on Halloween, so I probably should have already mentioned that.
I was going to say, we've done a show since Halloween, I think.
Yeah. So
We did a show
maybe
for Halloween.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
true.
Five Nights
yeah,
at Fredbear's movie.
Yeah.
So that's it, man. I'm real dedicated to the. Oh, I know. I played Modern Warfare. Never mind. I bought the new Modern Warfare 3, and I played that for like 2 hours one night while I was playing Recoded. I mean, while I was waiting in lobbies, I played that. So I played a little bit of that because I need like a nasty shooter in my life again, just like a turn your brain off.
A
play
nasty
maps.
shooter? Is that what we're calling them now?
Yeah, like just like a utter trash. Like, not that it's a bad game, but it's just like, you know, Battlefield. You got to get in and like actually take your time with it. But Call of Duty is just fucking run and gun chaos.
Die every 7 seconds.
Yeah, it's like the McDonald's of shooters. You know, it's like, yeah, it's okay. And every once in a while, the McRib comes back and they make a great one. But like,
Every once in a while, you get
But-
your fries are just salty enough where you're like, ooh, yeah, I remember why I like this shit.
yeah, you know, just salty enough to like hurt. And you're like, yes, that's it. so salty I sneeze like it's pepper.
Dude, it's been so long since we played Modern Warfare. We were playing Halo earlier this week, me and Cameron and Craig, those people that are dead. And we were playing some mode on Halo Infinite that was like, they said it was like gun game, and I'm like, you're going to have to remind me what gun game is again, because I don't remember.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, so I played it. I guess I played a touch of that. It was fun. I don't know. It was a lot of money. Fucking like $70 new games are just sickening.
Well, when they take
And
up half your hard drive, I mean,
yeah, that too. I bought Resident Evil 4 and installed it, but I have not played it yet.
oh, the remake.
So I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. That's gonna be my treat.
When you finish
At
all
the
this
end of-
Kingdom Hearts shit.
Yeah, I'll play a game that I want to play.
You're playing a game where it's like he's talking to Mickey Mouse and he's like, with the power of friendship, we can do anything and blah, blah, blah. And then you switch over to Resident Evil 4 and it's just like, un forastero! He's just shooting dudes in the fucking head with a shotgun.
Yeah.
That's literally, okay, there's literally a fucking, the dude who voiced MCP Pants in Aqua Teen Hunger Force, MC Chris, literally did a bit about playing Kingdom Hearts 2 and then going to play Resident Evil 4, the original. So, time is a flat circle.
Yeah, clearly. Yeah, so that's it, you know. The real question, though, the important question, has anyone beaten a game since last time?
Don't even put the sound
Joe.
effect in, just keep that in as the sound effect.
If Recoded was the last thing, then I beat Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, and Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop. I'm sorry, not Dream Drop. Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep as well. Since then, since Halloween, so pretty much kicking ass. You're all welcome.
I'm pretty much great. Love Jess.
This is probably one of the highest game years for you in a while. You're like 18.
I think I had some like 20. I want to say I've gone over 20 once, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that's just wishful thinking. But yeah, I've been really hammering Kingdom Hearts. I'm 4 hours into Dream Drop Distance, and it's getting a little bit tough to find my way, which is the only thing that's slowing me down right now. But other than that, how about what?
How about those Dream Eaters? You loving that pseudo Pokemon system in there?
I really don't understand that, and I'm not even sure how much I have to go in there and pet those fuckers, but I have been doing it. So anyway, yeah, that's all I play. That's all I've beaten. A4?
I don't think I've beaten anything since last time, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Zach?
I didn't beat anything.
I'm sorry, you're 18 games to my, 37 or whatever the fuck?
Caleb Schweiss?
Kingdom Hearts 2. Kingdom Hearts Recoded. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2. And I technically haven't beaten the next one, I guess.
You technically have. You went to credits.
I guess I'll count it then. I mean, it's not like it's not going to be on there next time. So, Birth by Sleep as well. I just need to beat the third campaign, and I was way too drunk for it last night because not only does she not have a cure spell, I couldn't buy one, and I was getting kind of beat by just randos while I was fucked up on whiskey.
Wow. That does sound like a whiskey play. Like,
Metallica whiskey. You're playing as Aqua, and it's just like blackened in the end.
You're playing as Aqua. That's all I heard was silence.
Yeah.
When you're too loud, your mic doesn't like it. For us, it's weird.
Cloud,
Yeah.
72483 in the chat says Zach definitely isn't going to beat diabetes.
You're damn right, because I don't quit.
He's currently cutting off one of his feet for the cause.
You have to, dude.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what are we at then, Schweiss?
Oh, the hosts Nude Hog for the year of 2023. King Hog, A4 Extreme with 31 games beaten.
Ooh.
Second place is Joe with 17. Third place is myself with 15. And last and least, Zach, 13 games beaten for the year. So Zach retired.
I did. I won the hog, and there's nothing else for me. Like
I mean, he lost his eyesight to it. I mean, look at you never wore glasses before, so like you played too many fucking video games last year.
Yeah,
or the year
especially not
before
like
when you beat.
Teddy Roosevelt glasses.
Yeah. Those would be
Or like
what?
Steve
That's
Steve
true.
Jobs glasses, whatever the fuck those circular ones are.
Yeah, you got to get like legit Teddy ones. I think that would actually be a good look for you.
Yeah, I feel like
Now that I'm thinking about it.
I feel like they look like I'm like an old West banker, or like a doctor.
Yeah.
Like I drive one of those little like wagons, or I'm like selling snake oil. Like you want to bury your dick hard? Drink this rattlesnake venom.
Use promo code NudeClan at BlueChew.com. And then the pilgrims are like, "What's a .com?" It's like, "You'll find out."
Honestly, dude, if we had a Blue Chew sponsorship, I'd have dressed up like an old timey with these glasses, and I would have fucking 100% would have done that.
I kind of worked on that. I like signed up to the company that does Blue Chew, and then I just didn't do anything else. And they were like, "Hey, update your stuff so we can give you ads." And I'm like, no.
You're like, no.
Sounds like you need
And then
Blue
they're
Chew
like-
for getting your Blue Chew sponsorship.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you guys need to send me some samples so that I can actually get this done. But yeah, and then they were like, "All right, fuck you, you're done."
You could just order some and then like try it.
Yeah.
If there's anything Twice doesn't need, he doesn't need any more boners.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Too many kids. It's worked too well.
Yeah.
He does not need.
He's got his
All
own
I gotta
brood.
All I gotta do is look you up and down, and you're pregnant. Like, if I do it 2 times in a row within like a 5-minute window, the seed has been planted.
You've got like X-ray vision, but it shoots like sperm directly into the uterus.
Yeah. It does like a Death Star thing there too, where like it's like a shot, and then it just fucking like loops down in,
Yeah.
fucking goes up to him, and then like just fucking. Yeah.
Dude. I thought you were gonna say when your dick goes to fire off, all the jizz is like in a Death Star where it's like and like shoots the one beam.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah.
That'd probably be
Great.
kind of scary though.
The first time.
Yeah. After that, it'd be pretty epic.
I guess we should talk about the whole reason we're here.
Yeah, as much
should
as I've
we?
tried to not, I suppose we probably ought to get to Hitman Agent
Hitman.
47.
47.
So you guys saw this like an hour ago, and I saw it a week ago, which means you're gonna have to walk me through this whole movie again.
I can give you the overall. I cannot give you details, of course, because this movie. Now, usually I have a don't look at my phone policy when watching movies, but this movie about 10 minutes in was telling me you don't need to have that rule. You can put that rule to the side like you usually put your phone down.
I'm sorry, you didn't like the woman who was like psychic and could hear like a domestic abuse situation going on like 13 floors up in Russia or whatever the fuck.
So the movie is about a woman looking for her father. And there's a Terminator after her called Agent 47. And then there's a John Connor type, or there's whatever his fucking name is from Terminator who comes and says, you know, come with me if you want to live. But then, of course, the twist is that he's the Terminator and that Agent 47 is there to help her. Now, they're both still looking for her father, but Agent 47 is not there to do harm to her.
Even though he shoots her with a sniper bullet and nicks her.
But it's just a tracker. It's just a tracker.
Sure.
Is what I heard.
That's how that works, yeah.
Now,
How
I was
does that
spending...
even work, though? Because it blew, it ripped into her cheek and, didn't enter her body. How the fuck was he tracking her?
That's a great question, Schweiss. Anyway.
Sorry, continue.
There's not much else. That's pretty much the movie right there. I'm supposed to, I guess, feel for this Hannah Ware's character. What's her name? It was like Ivanka or something. Katya.
A very Russian name, all three of those. Like, it could have been any of those.
Yeah.
And it would have been believable as a Russian character in an American movie.
Yep, so that's the overview. This movie was when was this made here? It's a 2015 action thriller directed by Alexander Bach, who was a music video director, I guess, in his directorial debut. Written by Skip Woods, who also wrote the 2007 Hitman movie, along with Michael Finch. And it stars Rupert Friend as the Agent 47, Hannah Ware's Katya, and then as the T-1000 ripoff character, we have Spock himself, Zachary Quinto, I don't know actually how to say his name.
By the way, Rupert Friend, the man with the pointiest cranium on the planet, which is exactly what you want when you get a guy playing Agent 47 of Hitman fame.
I mean, you want the less polygons in real life in order to reflect the video game that it's based on.
It's like, this is the PS2 one. I see.
The movie was actually a success. It had a $35 million budget, so kind of a medium or a mid-budget film. Despite it being like a big action thriller, right? Plot. And then the film actually grossed $82 million, and they were going to make a sequel to it. And then Disney bought Fox, and it was shelved. So that's what happened there. Yeah. That's it. Okay, can we go home now?
Man, when Disney doesn't want to make a sequel to it, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Thank God, though, they did make a sequel, so we don't have to add it to our list of movies we have to watch.
They will. When the Marvel movies continue to fail, so they've started failing, they're going to start doing like...
Hold on. Did you not like
straight to VHS, Hitman Agent 47 2?
I'm sorry, did you not like The Marvels, Joe? The first movie to have a woman in it ever?
Okay.
The other movies, they just had women with micro penises and no vaginas in them.
Captain Marvel was an incredibly boring movie that was poorly shot and had about a third of the movie. It's pretty entertaining when she first goes to Earth. I have no interest in watching the sequel to that movie whatsoever.
Yeah, that's the rest of the world considering.
Yeah, because I've said this a million times. There was Captain Marvel came out, made $1 gazillion, and the same fucking week, Alita Battle Angel came out. They have the same fucking plot. They are the same fucking movie in terms of like all kind of the core of it. Like the core story is the same fucking movie.
Except the difference is that like one of those characters is really likable and the other one is Captain Marvel.
It's not about the character being likable. It's actually like pretty much every single aspect of the movie is just worse in Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
And you're seeing, if you watch those two movies side by side, I don't give a fuck what the Rotten Tomatoes says about this because they are goddamn wrong. They're polar opposite. Yeah, they're being payola by Disney, I'm pretty sure. It like Captain Marvel had like an 80% and Alita had like a 65 or something like that. Totally wrong. I'm watching Alita Battle Angel and I'm watching like a filmmaker with craft this crazy weird story about like this fucking robot woman. And then I'm watching Captain Marvel is directed like television with like everything covered in fog so you can't actually see the planet that she's on. But you see nothing about the world. There's nothing in there that is like artistically interesting like there was with Alita Battle Angel. They're both big CGI movies.
Video. She wears a Nirvana shirt.
No, that's the best part of the fucking movie right there. Actually.
No, the blue guys were funny. Come on.
So
I think they were. I can't remember, but
anyway, that's what I saw. I have no interest in watching the sequel to that. Like that was a really mediocre kind of junky movie from Marvel that was just being shat out, like about a third of their movies are.
Yeah,
and now it's looking like 90% of their movies are getting in that direction, and I have no interest in seeing the sequel to that movie.
I'm not sure if I ever told the story on this show of when we went over to my father-in-law's place, and he was like, "Oh, you guys got to see Captain Marvel," and he was showing us Captain Marvel, and about like 3/4 of the way through the movie, when they discover that like the Skrulls are refugees, my wife said, and I quote, "Dad, this is gay. We're leaving." And then we just left, and we didn't fucking finish the movie.
Yeah, I rolled my eyes, and I did actively laugh at, I think when Brie Larson, her, like, face, when she's, like, going Super Saiyan, I laughed hard, because it just looks so shitty. Like,
yeah.
The expression on her face is just terrible.
Yeah.
The thing that I hate about that movie...
I don't know a single person who likes that movie.
Yeah, I don't either. The thing I hate about
that's
it,
why it didn't make any money, Disney. No one actually liked it. It made a bunch of money because it was a Marvel movie in Marvel's hit time, and but it wasn't good.
It's like how Elemental, like Disney Pixar's Elemental, made money. They just laundered it around to make it look like it made money, but no one actually saw the fucking movie.
Yeah, I don't. It's not. It's weird, man. Like. Every year around Alex's birthday, they used to put out like the Disney movie. It'd be like holiday season, right? And so we'd go watch the movie together for her birthday. And like I'd usually get something from the Disney store related to the movie because she has like sets and collectibles from when she was a kid and stuff. And so I'll get her like a thing from it, like whatever. And the kids usually end up getting into it, but. And now, like, I haven't done that for years. Like, years. I did it for Moana. I did it for whatever one was before Coco, I think. And, like, for a while I was doing it. But now, like, I don't... It's not that I'm trying not to. I just don't have any interest in doing it anymore.
Wait,
like,
Schweiss, hold on. You're not excited for... You're not excited for Wish?
No. I didn't even know it was a thing until, like, a fucking week ago. Like, dude, I don't know. They all look weird, and
I think Disney's having trouble balancing their streaming service with their box office receipts right now. They're not hitting the advertising hard for the theatrical right now.
It's if we learned anything, it's the reason Disney's downfalling right now is because South Park made that episode.
Yeah, that's the reason.
It's just fucked everything up for Disney. If you listen to Kathleen Kennedy,
it took South Park to wake everybody up and go like, "Wait a minute, this shit sucks."
Yeah.
It's mind blowing.
No, I'd heard or someone shared a fucking thing that said that like Disney's gonna like cancel Disney Plus and like roll it into Hulu or something.
I think that was like Craig or Branny, I think.
Oh, great. Hulu. Do you want to pay us? Yeah, well, there's still ads, bitch.
No, I know. It's annoying.
Like, fuck that. It's like, oh, you can pay a little more, though. It's like Nintendo. It's like Nintendo's abuse It's like, oh, just buy the Pro Controller. Like, oh yeah, just fucking buy the Pro Controller. Oh, fuck you. It's like just buy the fucking more expensive Hulu, and then you don't need the ads. It's like, why am I paying you if you're giving me ads? What the fuck?
We're just checking off our entire list of like shticks that we have for this fucking.
Yeah.
You got more shtick than you can shake a stick at.
Yeah, fucking. I'm tired of live a living like this. Fucking this Hulu shit. So I think
And
it
by
was.
the way, liberals.
Yeah.
Okay, real quick. Speaking of like commercials, I had fucking Amazon. We were watching something on Amazon, and I have the one where I'm not supposed to have commercials. And after a few episodes, I got commercials after every episode.
Yeah.
So I'm about to call Jeff Bezos, bald bitch, and be like, "The fuck,
I'm coming to your house to kill you. This is an actionable thing."
you dumb cunt! Like, stop."
Yeah, or like HBO. It's like, look, man, you don't need to advertise to me. I'm paying you a lot for this fucking service a month. It's like the most expensive one there is. So just stop giving me ads for shows. I know what I want to watch on here.
I don't even have
I'm already watching House of the Dragon. You don't need to advertise it to me.
Yeah, idiots.
Idiot.
Yeah, that's fucking But
So anyway,
oh yeah.
1847.
Speaking of music video directors, I also watched a movie from someone who used to do that last night called Seven. It was much better than Agent 47.
Also, a different Hitman movie that just came out on Netflix from that same filmmaker called The Killer, which I have now watched twice. And
Why'd you watch it twice?
Because I thoroughly fucking enjoy that movie. I find that character to be so much fun. And I had to watch it a second time just to make sure that I really did love it as much as I did.
Right?
Yeah, David Fincher.
Okay.
No, Michael Fassbender.
I've got a lot of friends who don't like it. I can understand people not liking it, I guess, because it's pretty by the book thriller. But I don't know. It's got that David Fincher charm. I love it so deeply.
He's got a feel to his movies.
He does.
You can tell.
Like precision. Like every frame is perfect, unless he wants it to be otherwise. I think one of the coolest handheld shots I've ever seen in any movie in like a long ass time is like him running up to his own house, and there's like a tracking shot with him that's like really like messy, but it's like through these bushes, and it's just like one of the cool. Like no one is gonna who listens to this is gonna give a shit or like try to find this shot in the movie, but it's like one of the coolest like. I don't know. It's one of the coolest shots I've seen in a long time where I'm like thinking about the shot. I'm like, okay, they got it was a weird angle that he's going on just through the bushes with his gun. But there's something about that shot I just find really, really cool. I don't know. And I love the character. The character makes me laugh. Like the dialogue makes me laugh. He's like this hitman who like speaks all day about being perfect and he keeps fucking up. Like the whole fucking movie. He just keeps on screwing up. And I don't know. I enjoy it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it really is like 13th Cross if you were David Fincher and you had like
a better film,
bunch of money. But yeah, he's a really good actor. So I liked it a lot. Because of that, because I was like, oh yeah, this guy's super legit. Fucking never see him, but and he's banging that one hot chick from
Alicia Vikander.
Yeah,
it's his wife. Yeah,
Wow.
He's banging her. Come on.
They have a child, I believe.
Definitely. Then.
So he's canonically banged her. Sweet.
Yeah, thank God. Somebody's got to do it. But yeah, so that I like that movie too. But man, yeah, and Alex actually asked me that last night. She's like, "How can you tell?" Because I remember watching Mindhunter. She was watching it, and I think she was watching season 2. And I was like, "This feels like a David Fincher knockoff." And she's like, "Oh, I think he did direct the first season." I'm like, "Yeah, the camera, like it all feels like him, but it's not quite."
It's not quite as good. Yeah, you could see that. He directs like two of the episodes in Mindhunter, and then same with House of Cards. Like, it's also, he directed like the pilot episode, and then everybody else is trying to do David Fincher in the rest of it, including like
good.
big ass directors, not just David Fincher doing it. But yeah, it was like, it's so weird to see like someone try to do a David Fincher, like in the directing and the cinematography, because a lot of it has to do with the Jeff Cronenweth, the guy who he works with all the time, the cinematographer. He has a very distinct look as well.
Yeah,
and
I think Seven's the one that looks the least that way, but I think it's because it's filmed grittier and there's a lot of like dark rooms. And,
it's also a second movie, so I don't feel like he didn't quite have his like style down.
Yeah, like you could fucking perform open heart surgery on a set and it would be totally clean.
I love David Fincher and I love The Killer, and it's a way better Hitman movie, god damn, than this thing. This movie, 10 minutes in, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about anything that's happening here. I guess the one twist was kind of interesting. It was like, okay, that was its kind of big moment, and then it had none past then in terms of the story. Like, she finds the dude. Believe it or not, I think. The other twist, I guess, was that they had armor inside of their skin as well. I think honestly, the movie just kind of failed to make you feel for the main character at all. Like, it was hard to sympathize with her or empathize with her. She was kind of a wooden character, despite like her past that they did exposition on. You don't actually see the character suffer. And I think that honestly makes you not kind of give a shit about like what's going on with her. Like, there's a guy after her, and then you find out it wasn't even a bad guy. So there's another angle there that's like, it's not like the woman in Terminator who, I mean, the movie that it's clearly ripping off from. The woman in Terminator, the main woman in the first Terminator, she's just a waitress, and there's a fucking assassin after her. This woman, she's like competent, and there's an assassin after her. That's like, you're not having us empathize or sympathize with the character's situation, because they're not a fish out of water at that point. So it's hard to give a shit about anything going on in this movie. It's competently shot for a mid-budget movie. It doesn't feel as cheap as the first film. I still don't know if it's a sequel to the first film. I have no fucking idea, despite the fact it's the same fucking writer. I have no idea what's going on there. But the fight scenes, like, there's some parts that are okay. There's some that feel like maybe they could have used a little bit more time on or something like that. It is shot like, it does kind of look like a sleek commercial or a music video in this. Like, there's a lot of high key lighting on the characters' faces and stuff. It's a very bright film for being a thriller.
When he's like trying to fucking train her to be an assassin. It's spoilers, I guess, for a movie that no one cares about. She's also one of the agents. He's like trying to train her to be an assassin, and he like fucking ties her up to a chair next to a fucking airplane turbine, like in bondage,
which was randomly in there. Yeah,
and he's like, "Oh, you got to figure your own way out." And he like puts her in a saw trap. It is very like music video esque.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of Saw, this is totally unrelated. There's a fucking I just started in Salt Lake instead of being in Provo for the post office, and there's a mechanic there that looks like the guy who plays Jigsaw. It's like crazy.
Oh, Tobin Bell.
Yeah. I'm just gonna drop little like Saw references to him, because I'm basically positive he's never seen him.
Please ride into work on like a little red tricycle.
Yeah. Can you ride around on this little trike for me?
You're working at Salt Lake now?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Bro, that commute's gonna be a bitch when it snows.
Yeah. It's already happened once. It was not fun.
That sucks.
Yeah. It does kind of feel like a music video, though. You're right. Like, it is really bright. The green screen, it kind of looks like shit in this movie. Like, there's a couple scenes where, like, the fucking one where they're escaping the building and the Hummer or whatever the fuck it was, like, slams into the thing and flips. Like, that looked like shit.
Oh, the like the posts that come up that stop the traffic. Yeah.
Yeah. That looked so fucking shitty. There was like 3 or 4 times where I'm like, God damn, like they could have spent a couple more bucks on that shit. That looks like hell. And then the fucking slides, dude. Like you can't just fucking pull a man's slide off his gun. Like it doesn't just come apart. The thing has micro explosions happening in it. How the fuck? Like what? And they do it like 4 times in this movie. He's like, "Oh, I'm taking your slide," and the guy's like, "Ah, fuck. I guess I'm dead now." So you can just fucking pull that shit off. Like
That's
this
funny.
bitch, she takes guns apart. She should know that. Why would she even try? And yet she did.
That was the most annoying part when she took his guns apart, like in the hotel room, and then they get attacked in the morning.
Yeah, he should be able to assemble it quickly.
She should also not have disassembled it slowly, but I mean,
That's true. Yeah, she's got the tism, bro. She's
also,
got
yes. Also, another thing. There's that scene in like the people are coming into like the aircraft warehouse or whatever the fuck, and like they hit an E-stop, which causes like 2 pieces to slam into guys and kill them. And I'm like, that's not how an E-stop would work, but whatever, I guess.
Yeah, that's a turn it off, not a kill everyone in sight.
Yeah. Oh, big
you hit
red
the
button.
kill
That
everyone
means-
in
that
sight
means
button?
Kill, right?
Yeah. That was definitely the part that was like, okay, now they're the game. Because he's like, all right, we're going to
Yes.
find cool ways to kill.
Yes.
But the dumb part about that scene, the whole time he's like verbally training her, and they're like sneaking around, but he's like talking just completely normal.
Yeah.
And like
she's
they're
just,
supposed to be
like-
sneaking and killing people, and he's just he's talking like I am right now. And I was like, how are these people not finding you? Like,
And she's also just telepathic or psychic or whatever the fuck, like omniscient. Like she just knows what's about to happen or where people are. So it's like, I'm not worried for this character because she just knows where everyone is at all times and knows how to fucking kill them. Which is like a weird thing to, I don't know. Didn't feel earned.
No, and it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't given, so I guess it's fine that it wasn't earned. I mean, they try to. They're looking for the King Beyond the Wall the whole movie, who is this chick's dad, and he basically implanted her with a bunch of shit that made her like a freak. And now she's got like mega anxiety because she can literally hear and predict everything that's going to happen pretty much. Which I understand being a little jittery if you can't not hear everything that's happening. But, yeah, this movie was not good. Like, and it was, for me, it was pretty early, like 15 minutes in, I like moved the mouse. I'm like, fuck. I'm only 15. Like, shit, man. I normally don't do that for movies, but I was done pretty quick. Timothy Olyphant definitely. I think the first movie is definitely better than this one, but I don't really remember anything about the first movie either, though. So.
Yeah, equally forgettable, I would say. But I remember it looking worse. So this movie at least looks like, sleeker. I mean, it still definitely feels like a mid-budget movie, but
you know who they should have got? They should have got that one big bald dude. He's the guy from Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy.
the big bald dude from Tinker Tailor. I don't remember a big bald dude.
I don't think he's bald in that movie.
Oh,
he's
that's going to be a problem.
He is. Oh, Mark Strong. That's the guy. They should have had him play the fucking
Mark Strong as opposed to fucking Rupert Friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it would have been more formidable, in my opinion.
Oh my God, Mark Strong and Rupert Friend. What is up with these names? We have a lady in here who's Angela, baby. One word.
Yeah.
Mark Strong, Rupert Friend, Angela, baby. What's happening right now? Aquafina, what the fuck?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that one.
Nouns that don't belong to names.
I only knew of
Yeah.
Aquafina because a couple of years ago I shared my Spotify Wrapped, and a friend from San Francisco shared his, and Aquafina was in there, and I'm like, who the fuck is Aquafina? And then that Little Mermaid remake comes out, the live action one. I guess she's the seagull. It's the most annoying song in the fucking movie. And I'm like, oh, there
She
you
actually
go.
looks like that seagull in real life too. That's crazy that she was typecast.
I believe it.
It's nuts. Crazy.
I believe it based on how she sounds.
Yeah, she's got that Joe voice that she sounds like a smoker. So Joe will probably like her.
I do like her.
I mean, I guess you have seen a bunch of movies she's in.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of movies she's in. She's fantastic. I like Aquafina. The name I'm confused by.
I feel like.
So was she not an actress
grew up-
first?
I don't think so. I think she grew up really poor in like a third world country, and like there was a lot of like pollutants and shit, like Aquafina bottles in the water. That's my theory.
She was a rapper on YouTube first, and then she became an actress.
Oh, that makes
Wow.
sense.
I highly recommend. I think it was one of the best movies of that year, The Farewell from 2019. She's the lead in that. That movie is fantastic. It's so good.
Yeah.
So yeah, only good things for Aquafina from me. I've never heard her music.
Yeah. It's probably like Janelle Monáe. It's like she's really fine, but I know if I heard her music, it would lower that. So I just have never listened to it.
I assume she's like
I'm
Nicki
just gonna
Minaj,
save it.
where I like go, ooh. Yeah, she can
I
get
don't
it, and
know
then I
if
hear the
she's-
music, and I'm like, actually, no, I'm flaccid, I'm soft.
Yeah, like I kind of want to vomit now.
Yeah.
Eesh. Yeah. I doubt she's that offensive, but I'm pretty sure I'm not going to like it because I don't really like most music, I guess. So.
You don't like
There's a good
most music
chance.
that doesn't rhyme with Metallica.
It doesn't rhyme with or get kicked out of Metallica. Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
So-
anybody else have anything to say about this movie? Zach, do you have 2 words to say about Agent 47?
It sucked. I told you I watched it about a week ago too, but so on the same timeline as A4, and I fell asleep.
This is the A4 timeline.
I can't imagine falling asleep to this movie.
You
Just
guys-
kidding. I definitely can.
You guys measure things in
I
Kingdom
did.
Hearts. Zach and I measure things in A4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everything's a week at a time.
I was watching it and I wasn't even sleeping. I just kind of closed my eyes for like 6 minutes straight. Just kind of like, I mean, I'm ill, but I was just like, I don't actually need to
They're
watch
suddenly
this.
on like a weird botanical bridge in the middle of like Singapore. All right, sure.
Well, can we
whatever.
talk about the god awful ending too, where they open the elevator and then he just steps out of it?
Well, no, it's a
and then
different
they
guy. It's a guy
It
they
looks just
should have
like
got
him.
to play Agent 47 in this movie because he looks
Oh,
like
I thought
Agent
it was
47
him.
from the games.
I hate
Should have got
it.
Timothy Oliphant for that scene.
What
Just had
fucking
him, and then it would have been even more confusing.
what fucking video game
Yeah.
movie? What video game movie did we watch where it like also ends on a helipad? Was that Max Payne? It's like the same helipad from that ending.
Resident Evil ends in a helipad too.
Yeah, like every other Resident Evil, I feel like ends on a helipad.
Yeah.
No, but like
helipad.
specifically one on like the top of a tall building, like the top of like Avengers
Yes.
Tower.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
kick
man,
the
yeah.
doctor off and he hits the ground and then he shoots all his bullets into the zombies and he goes to shoot himself. And
I feel like it was
his gun
Max
is
Payne, but
terrible.
it's like the exact same fucking.
It is Max Payne, yeah. It does end that way. You're right. Man, they should have got Mark Wahlberg to play. Just find those 2 people that don't look anything alike.
Yeah, I was gonna say he doesn't look like him, so he might as well not sound like him either. He's just like, dude, you gotta come with me. I'm fucking serious, bro. I'm an agent.
Yeah.
I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Hey, is
Yeah,
that a
that would
Vietnamese
be-
person? I'll beat the shit out of you.
I did like how they ripped off the Watchmen for a second though too. Where the guy's like, "You're trapped in here with me,"
Oh yeah,
with a gun,
yeah, yeah.
and he's like, "No." Oh, sorry, I can't emote. No, you're trapped in here with me.
My favorite line to say whenever I fart in a closed car.
It's so dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty funny though. You have 2 words to say.
But
So I was thinking, like,
dude,
right
okay.
before you said that, I was like, I don't think Zach said a fucking word about this movie.
The problem,
It's just not.
the
It's
problem
not
is
good.
with the way that like we've been reviewing, you guys and me have been reviewing the video game movies, is that like we are now in like the nadir of the video game movies where they just weren't trying in the mid 2000s. Like everything was just so bland and fucking like boring. In terms,
I think we just watch Postal again, and we all stream it together.
well, because like
That's
at
what
the
we
very
do.
least, in like the 80s and the 90s, the movies that were based on video games were like bad, but in a fun way, where it's just like
Yeah, they're like campy. They were campy.
they were campy, and like nowadays they're like fairly accurate, but like in the mid 2000s and 2010s, it's just like who gives a shit? Let's call this guy Kratos
Well,
and put him in a movie. Who cares if
I mean,
he's Asian? Like
The next movie we would need to watch would be Warcraft. So if you want camp in the mid 2000s,
I mean,
you got Warcraft.
I have seen this movie. I have seen Warcraft before. I don't
I have
remember a
too.
fucking thing about it except that it's directed by David Bowie's son, who also directed Moon, I guess, which Joe will probably know.
I'm aware of it. I've never actually seen it.
Well, it's also got Ragnar Lothbrok in it from the Vikings show, which Zach
yeah.
and maybe Schweiss will know.
I've never seen that show.
Are you fucking serious? You would probably love it.
I mean, I probably would. But
If you can't predict every beat in season 1, you're a fucking retard. It's a good show, though. I liked it.
Zach would
I've
probably
heard good
fucking love
things.
that show. My wife loves Vikings, so
I've heard really good things.
you should
Really
watch
good
it.
things.
I don't know what
Season
I
2
don't know
was
what's
like-
streaming on, but
It was Amazon, I think. Well, that's what I watched it on. I think it's a History Channel one, though. But it does that History Channel thing where it's like it plays
About
with it.
aliens?
Yeah. It's actually about aliens, and then I stopped watching it.
no, but
No,
for
but
real,
like-
you would like Vikings, Zach. No,
Yeah,
you
it's
and
awesome.
Your affiliation with Norse mythology, you'd probably love that fucking
Affiliation.
show.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
it's
read-
good.
I've like been meaning to, but TV shows are just they're hard.
I watched season 2 and I thought it was amazing, and then I never watched it again. I don't know why, but
Is it because
I was like-
Game of Thrones like ruined you, and you were like, if I'm at the peak, I don't watch anything else?
Actually, I think it is because the new season of Game of Thrones came out, and I'm like, all right, I'm done. It's like I'm not gonna watch this when Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones light.
Yeah, like come on,
it
there's
is just
Well,
Game of
not even
Thrones
any
light.
titties in there for. So what's the point?
not enough. Yeah, and the History Channel kind of does this thing where they'll be like, well, it's like a religious ceremony, and it's like, is it real? Is it not real? And it's like
There's
yeah, you guys have
implied
put
titillage.
Yeah. Oh, and the main chick? Oh, dude. I was
Titillage.
obsessed with her for like 2 seasons of TV show.
She's pretty hot.
She's so hot. Like,
Okay, I will.
I don't remember what her name is, but god damn.
What does it matter, though?
Oh, watch.
Even it, I think, yeah, if it was her with the micro penis, I think I might be like, well,
I'll give it a nibble.
yeah.
I like how
I
Joe.
like-
I like how Joe had to.
Flick.
I'll put a
Joe
little,
had to pretend to be straight for a
I'll put-
second. He's like,
I'll
I
put
don't
a-
know. I don't know.
I'll dip it into some fun
yuck.
dip.
Like, it just like saw his face, and it was like, not.
I'll dip it into some fun dip and lick it off. Why not?
Yeah. Yeah, Joe's got that sheet. He just checked off the pretend to be straight.
Yeah. Stop penis. I'm gonna go watch a black and white movie now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go watch a French movie.
And come into a peach.
That
That's
might as
Italian.
well be it. Might as well be.
I'm
a
gonna go
French
watch a French movie while me and my girlfriend sleep in separate beds
in the same room.
in the same room, like Ernie and.
It's like those 50 movies they're both turning off their little lights next to each other. And he's like, honey, can we push the beds together tonight? She's like, nah, I'm not feeling well.
No, she's asking if they can push the beds together, and he's got his reading glasses on, and he's reading like the Wheel of Time or some shit. He's like, "Not now, dear."
Yeah, not now. It's a.
He's got his stemless glass of white wine in his other hand.
It's a Matt chapter tonight, babe.
That chapter tonight. It's gonna be good.
Wait until I get to Perrin, and then we can fuck.
through a hole in
Wow,
the sheet.
accurate.
Yeah.
Guys, have you been spying on me?
They got a little
weird.
webcam.
Yeah.
We have a series of webcams throughout your house, like Five Nights at Freddy's.
And we posted to our Nude Clan OnlyFans. It's www.onlyfans.com/NudeClan.
If you want to see the sexiest version of Paranormal Activity you've ever seen.
Yeah. And by sexy, we mean he has no idea what the fuck's going on. It's beautiful. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this movie sucked. I will say it was like lower middle.
It's
Suckage.
Dude, it's
it was
like the
boring.
it's like the most nothing
The
movie ever.
It was boring, but like shot okay. Like it felt like a $35 million movie, so that was nice. It wasn't like dog shit all the way through, but yeah, the movie, like the actual movie was bad. It was a bad movie.
I feel like that's been the consensus on quite a few of the movies recently.
Quite a few, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Oh
We're-
yeah, this is nothing. Like,
That's what I mean.
It's not memorable. It's not great. It's not even fun.
That's what I
It's
mean.
just
The late 2000s
there.
and the mid 2010s is this nadir of like, we can call a thing Assassin's Creed regardless of whether or not we care to adapt the source material, and people will go see it, and it'll be so boring that they won't hate it, but it will be so, like, they won't remember a fucking thing after they've left the theater. And it's like all the movies from like this 10 or 15 year period, I swear to God.
I think it's just like it's nice that we didn't get like some IPs that people have wanted to be movies done in that era, like a Legend of Zelda movie or like a Metroid movie or something like that. Like,
Hey, bad news.
Thank
Legend of
God.
Zelda movie's happening, and it's being produced by the dude who produced Morbius, so we're in good hands.
No, it's not. Is it really?
For real, yes.
Oh, Link better say it's Twinkin' time at least once in that movie. Or I'm not watching.
To answer Truth Seek's question in the chat, are they really worse, or are you guys just sick of video game movies? No, they like. It's not
They're
that they're
worse.
worse. It's
They're
not that they're
worse.
worse. They're worse by being unmemorable. Like, I can watch a bad video game movie from the 90s and laugh at how dumb it is. And
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
100%. I'll watch 1997's Mortal Kombat.
Well, Mortal Kombat's the greatest video game movie ever made. That's
Fuck out of here.
It is.
But, like,
100% it is.
I can sit and laugh at like the Bob Hoskins Mario movie
It's
from the
hilarious.
90s, and I can look at
Yeah.
the Mario movie that came out this year and go like, wow, it's like actually a decent animated movie. But like these are just so unmemorable and so like we're putting a name on a thing and that's kind of it. That it's just like, yeah, we're here. I guess I just wasted 90 minutes of my time watching
Look,
this thing called Hitman, Agent 47.
I do love the Mortal Kombat 1. Like, it's bad, but it's like hilarious.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
it's
I
fucking
laughed.
funny.
I laughed so fucking much watching that movie.
Paul W. S.
Well,
Anderson. What's the one?
And also, Mortal Kombat 2 Annihilation or whatever is awesome because there's a mud fight with Sonya Blade and Melina.
No, that movie sucks dick. But
I don't care, dude. When I was a kid, I was like, I'm fast forwarding to the mud fight scene.
Yeah.
So,
and then,
yeah,
like,
no.
In the Name of the King, like, I laughed hard many times in that movie. Like, the fucking, like, jump thing at the end or near the end of that movie, dude, I was like,
where he flings
crying.
fucking Jason Statham. But like that's
feel
the
like
exception of the rule where like
it's
you have
gone. They're
Europeans
gone,
who
yeah.
you have Europeans who don't know how humans act, and then they make a movie based on a video game, and it's just like perfect. But like, yeah, all these movies, it's literally just like paint by numbers Hollywood, where it's like we got to make a movie called Warcraft. So here's what we're going to put into it. And then there's just like nothing interesting whatsoever. Like, yeah, if you're a fan of the games, you'll be like, yeah, I recognize that thing, but like, I don't care. So it's like, it's kind of the thing where like a 1 or 2 out of 10 can be really entertaining in its own right because it's so bad. And an 8 or 9 out of 10 is entertaining just because it's entertaining. But this is like a 4 out of 5 out of 10 where it's just like, yeah, it exists.
4 out of 5 out of 10.
4 or
Damn,
5,
dude.
4 or
That's
5
like-
out of 10.
That's like a 1.2 or something. I don't know what that is.
You know what I mean? It's like it's so mid tier that it's just like, yeah, I guess it's
Listen.
here, but like, who gives a fuck?
Well, I would say that.
Joe's on his fucking Kingdom Hearts math.
I
You
think
better
that's our
watch
next
the
Kingdom
fuck
Hearts game, yeah.
4 out of 5 out of 10.
I think that, like, I think what's sad is, like, that Need for Speed is so good in comparison to all these movies.
Yeah, no, like even the
It
Need
kind of
for
is, yeah.
Yeah, like when Need for Speed is like one of the high water marks, you have problems with your decade of video game movies.
Yeah, it's true, yeah. And like
I enjoyed Need for Speed. Need for Speed was another like mid-budget whatever movie that they slapped together, but Need for Speed was fun. This movie, I can't even remember it.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where this one's at. Like, so I would say like, yeah, a lot of the late ones have been like in one ear out the other, like the fucking Tekken movie. I can't even tell the difference between the Tekken movie and Legend of Chun-Li.
Both of
same.
fucking suck.
I was trying to do that the other day, and I was like, I don't actually remember which one I'm remembering right now.
I think they're the same movie. They just go together for me.
Did you guys even
there's-
watch the Dead or Alive movie?
Yes.
I
don't know if Joe did. I think he was off the.
No,
that
I
time.
didn't.
Or the King of Fighters movie? Because that also exists.
I think we did.
Point being, those are all the same movie, which are inferior to Mortal Kombat from 1997. So
Which is just a rip-off of Enter the Dragon, by the way.
Yeah.
it's like if Enter the Dragon was good.
Get the fuck out of it, dude. I'll slap you through this fucking
It's like if Enter the
monitor.
Dragon was good,
How dare
aka
you.
directed by the guy who directed Event Horizon, which is an amazing movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, Joe.
Yeah, he's banging Mila Jovovich.
Yeah, bro.
No, is it the same guy?
Bruce Lee's just dead. So yeah,
True.
it's-
A Tylenol
I think.
killed it.
Well, yeah. I think
King
this
of
is-
Fighters. King of Fighters was not reviewed on the show because it did not have a theatrical release in the United States.
Fair
Okay.
enough. Still the same movie as all the other fighting game movies.
I believe you. Glad we're not watching it.
Also,
I
yeah,
guess.
no, like the Street Fight, the Raul Julia Street Fighter movie is fucking hysterical. That movie's hilarious.
Yeah.
The Legend of Chun-Li can suck a dick in comparison. I don't even fucking like remember half the shit in that movie.
The only thing I
is
remember from
true,
that
yeah.
movie is that she got less Asian as she aged up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like baby Chun-Li, very Chinese. Young Chun-Li, you could tell she was part white. Adult Chun-Li, she wasn't even Asian.
It's like,
Mostly white.
it's like putting a drop of soy sauce into like a fucking.
I was just gonna make the exact same comparison. I
in
want
like
you to-
into like a gallon of milk.
Hold on, no. It's already it's soy sauce in a cup, and you're adding more and more rice to it.
No, it's a
There you go,
it's a drop of soy sauce in milk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, whatever. Okay. Okay. The next movie, by the way, Warcraft.
Or the Horde, buddy.
Warcraft, then Assassin's Creed, then Resident Evil, the final chapter, then Dead Trigger, then Werewolves Within. Those are our final 5 movies.
I'm interested to see what they do with that Werewolves Within, because like, didn't that game just come out like in 2020, 21 or something
No, I
like
want
that?
to say it was way earlier than
19.
that.
Was it? I thought this was newer.
Isn't that one of those fucking like story based?
It's like a
Fuckers, it's like
PlayStation
the-
Move game or like a PSVR game. I forget which.
It wasn't a VR game.
I thought it was by the guys who the Telltale guys.
Nope.
Am I thinking of something?
No, you're
else?
thinking of The Wolf Among Us, which is really good.
Yeah.
I'm surprised to hear you say that because those are basically movies.
Yes, but
With
like
like-
that was back before.
Shit. Guys, the chick, the AT&T chick is in Werewolf Within.
Oh my God, you're right.
Oh, I hope we
What?
see titties. Oh, beautiful.
No, but Schweiss, the difference is that like back when Telltale was like pioneering
No
that shit,
fucking
The Wolf
way.
Among Us and The Walking Dead season 1 were like that was like a whole new fucking thing, essentially. Like
No, I liked.
it was before they got
Walking
like
Dead
tired
season
and
one.
sort of did the same old thing with this like a bunch of different properties. I mean,
Well-
which granted they were just copying Heavy Rain, but like no one really liked Heavy Rain, so
What video game am I thinking of?
Yeah, man, the AT&T chick is super hot.
She is, dude.
Milana Vaintrub.
Yeah, She's making my vein throb. I'll say that.
Oh, A4's right. It was a PlayStation VR game. I'm thinking Werewolf the Apocalypse. That's what I'm thinking.
Isn't that like a fucking like NES game?
No, it's a fucking new game, like on PS4 or PS4.
Oh, no,
and
I'm
Xbox
thinking of
One.
Operation Werewolf. I'm sorry.
He's got his fucking power glove.
I like how me and A4 are both off. We're like, the fuck is this?
Whatever.
Okay, yeah, I that's why I thought it was like, I was like, well, they worked fast because it came out in 2021. And I was like, they fucking worked fast.
When
on
did
that.
Werewolves Within come in? When did that come out? Like the actual
The
game?
movie came out in the game. Let's see, movie's 2021. The Ubisoft game 2016 is the launch trailer.
Sooner
that's not
than I
that
thought,
very-
but still.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. I mean, I didn't even know.
Nothing to do. So if they're gonna, so the game says Werewolves Within is a multiplayer social deduction VR game for Oculus Rift, Windows, PlayStation VR. So is this gonna be like a whodunit? Like, is Werewolves Within gonna be like Clue, but awesome because it's got that hot AT&T chick in it?
I mean,
Like,
Clue, the movie itself
Clue's
is already awesome. So
Yeah, that movie's great.
I know, but I mean, like, the game, like, they're gonna have the hot AT&T chick.
I don't know, man. The other movie we got to watch from that time period is Dead Trigger, which is based on like a phone game that literally no one played that wasn't living in China. So, like, I don't know. Who knows?
You didn't pronounce China right.
China.
China. Yeah, you have to.
Dead Trigger limited release. Dang. Somehow that's counting. Are we counting that? Do we have to count that?
Oh.
No, man, you made the list. You can just change it whenever you want. It's your list.
Oh my god.
Please look up what Dead Trigger originally was so we can, like, know what we're in for. I swear it was like a phone game from like Singapore or some shit.
The town in Werewolves Within is called Beaverfield.
Nice.
Do they have shirts that say "I love Beaverfield"?
Is that okay? Okay.
Shut up, Siri. Am I even talking to you?
What is happening?
My Siri started talking to me when I said Beavertown. And she was
Oh,
like,
they're
you want pussy? And I was like,
Annapurna is making a Stray movie.
oh no shit.
Did they make the Stray game?
Yeah, it's a movie.
Yeah, they. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. They do. They make movies as well. Annapurna. That's honestly, I know them better. I remember when the Annapurna logo came up for Stray now, and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're a movie production company, but like they also got into video games somewhat recently.
Yeah, they did Zero Dark 30, Her, American Hustle.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, Detroit, Booksmart, Hustlers, Bombshell. Yeah, that's a real like movie company right there.
Yeah, but they like got into video game publishing somewhat recently. I forget what else they fucking published. Maybe Greed.
So that's interesting. They're now making an animated Stray film. That's kind of great. It'll be like a silent little cat movie.
Play the game.
Yeah, almost. Basically, now we're gonna do a shortened version in a movie. But
Like, what would be awesome is if you just go to the movie and you just take your PlayStation 5 controller. And you're just like kicking around.
I mean, I do that whenever I go to. I do that whenever I go to like a Spider-Man movie, and I'm basically just playing the game. So,
It's like, X.
all right, we need to be done.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So next time we're gonna be reviewing one of these three things: Warcraft, Grandia 2, or Knights of the Old Republic.
Ooh. We got a little old revolver game going on.
Yeah. One of those will be reviewed next time on Nude Clan.
I might be able to have Grand. Yeah.
Check out links in our description below for links to our Discord and check out our other show, Ultimate Final Fantasy, the Ultimate Final Fantasy Podcast. Lots of new Kingdom Hearts episodes out there for y'all. Please listen to them.
Pretty steady clip. It's been like one a week almost.
Yeah, I know. It's mostly because Zach has stopped completely, so Schweiss has just moved
Play games, you ass.
to the Kingdom Hearts. I mean, I've been playing at this. I've been playing at the same rate, and that's why I'm like, I've been done with Twilight Princess for months now. This is all it takes, Zach. Just decide for about 1 month that you're not doing anything except for playing video games.
Not doing that. One of us has a real girlfriend, and one of us is you. I know what I need to be doing.
Yeah. It's destroying my life, that's for sure. But
I don't know. Mine's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
You sound so sure of yourself.
I stopped everything for it. I said, no more working out. No more learning Spanish. No more reading. No more reading.
No more breathing.
Barely any more eating. I'm only playing video games. Like, yeah, we're talking about my girlfriend, Zach. This is the conversation I had with her was, okay, look, this is the timeline here. This is how long it'll take me to beat these games if I do this many hours a day. This is how long it'll take me to beat these games if I do this many hours a day. And I showed her on an Excel sheet. And then now she's supporting me completely into beating all these games.
Well, I mean, that's not fair because she's Colombian, isn't she? She doesn't understand Excel.
She's
Get
like,
the fuck out.
hey
man.
She's like,
hey man,
it's me or Mickey Mouse, and you're like, huh?
My girlfriend's got a degree in fucking engineering.
Oh shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's a lot more organized, and I don't know. She has all the training in that realm, and I don't have that for sure.
That's cool.
So.
That's kind of how I feel when I have because my girlfriend has like a master's and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not
You're
smart.
just a fucking...
I'm just here. I'm just fucking
Fuck,
here.
I sell fucking car parts and play video games.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah,
My wife's not smart, but then when I tell her that, she just grabs me with her entire like one hand around my neck and just leaves like it's like crinkled from the fingers.
Nice.
Nice.
Sounds hot.
Jesus fuck.
We'll see you guys next time.
Yeah. Until then, live always in the nude.
Don't watch Hitman Agent 47.
Walk with your cock held high. I can't remember something funny from this movie.
Fuck internal armor.
Subdermal armor.
Subdermal armor.
How about a nice game of chess?